Welcome to another episode of How We Made It. I'm Tom Martin of Let It Fly Media. This is our co-founder, Ben Walnick. And Ben, this video, so much fun for us to put together. This is the KC Pet Project Moving Day video. They went from this older facility into this great brand new building and had some celebrities help them out to get all these dogs and cats over there. Here's the video. We're gonna break it down right after.
It's been a long time coming.
Happy holidays. Good to see you.
You're going to a new home. Are you excited?
We've been working on this well over 5 years.
Toby, come here. Come here, girl.
Oh, kisses.
Okay, we are ready. I'm here with my friend Jovi.
And we are taking Thelma to the new KC Pet Project facility.
Just a whole new world for folks like Jovi. Yes, yeah, we're just
Woo! We made it!
Here we go. Had a great ride. Where are we off to next?
You need some exercise.
There you go.
Hi, sweet baby.
Brittany's in the kennel with her. We're hanging out.
Not only do we have a new building, but we have a lot of love.
The new Kansas City Pet Project is so nice and beautiful.
To our volunteers, some of you. Great work. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Benjamin, hello.
Hello.
So this video, I really enjoy it because I feel like we really tried to, and I think we did a good job of capturing like the spirit of how big this was for them. And I liked seeing all the workers they had, the volunteers they had as being a part of it too. But to get perspective on moving from the mayor, moving from Brittany, moving with people who are very near and dear to KC Pet Project made it really cool for us. Tell me how we got this video, or this project rather, and then we can go into how we actually made it.
So a little bit of a unique situation. We're always talking with the people when we're on a shoot that we're working with, potentially on doing a shoot for other clients. So we actually were working with one of our clients, Life Aid, and doing a video series called Jote, Jacob of All Trades, with a local CrossFit athlete, Jacob Hebner. And one of the episodes he's getting out in the community is we went to the KC Pet Project, their old facility. And this was back in, I believe, September, October, somewhere in that range. Yeah. And we met and interviewed the chief communications officer, Tori Fugate of KC Pet Project, and she was involved in that entire shoot. And then afterwards, she said, we probably have some video projects down the line. A month later, she reached out about their big move.
Yeah, so this was, we get up in the morning, we had, how many of us were on this thing?
I think there were 5 of us
Five
there.
of us at the time.
And it was 2 days after Christmas. This was December 27th.
That's right. So right before New Year's, it's cold, but it was actually a pretty good day. We're all out there in our jackets, and we are involving all kinds of different cameras. We get a drone shot to start things off, but then we had Black Magics galore. Do you remember what else we had on this shoot?
I think it was just Black Magics and the drone, but we had 2 main videographers with Billy and Andy, and then I was on the drone, and then you and Andrew were there kind of facilitating, making sure everything was running smoothly, and then you also hopped in and had the camera for a little bit as well.
Yeah, I was shooting in the car with Mayor Lucas, and then we had Billy with Brittany and Lacey, and it was just, it was try to capture whatever goes on. And this is something that I think for us is a fun thing to do, because as much as we can storyboard and put things together ahead of time, we'd almost rather in some cases use the journalism chops and try to see what it's like to make the best possible product out of what you're seeing and experiencing in real time. And what we did for them in this case was 2 different videos. The first which we have pulled up, is a shorter, quick highlight. They were able to tweet this out and put it on Facebook the same day. I think the engagement was nuts, by the way.
Yes.
It was awesome. And then we had this longer version for them to kind of be able to use looking back, and it's a bit longer lasting and really encompassing everything that went into it.
Yeah, and there's two different ways to kind of approach a day like this. If you've seen the PGA Media Day episode that we had before this, there was a lot of planning and everything was very segmented with exact times.
Yes.
Some of that will fluctuate a little bit, as it always does, but this shoot was a little bit more show up and capture what you see.
That's right.
We had 2 different locations because we had to be at the old facility to start the day, and then we had to go to the new facility to finish up for the majority of the shoot. And then there was also the communication and trying to figure out who's riding in what vehicles, because we wanted to make sure we were capturing the actual transport of those first dogs and cats that are being moved over.
Yeah, and also important, I think, was going back and forth between shooting HFR and shooting real time. So we have certain moments that you wanted to see and experience them, with natural sound, with the laughter of the mayor, with the dog he's with Brittany getting in the kennel, like that stuff you want to see in real time because it has a lot of sound with it. But when you don't need the sound elements and you want more of a moving look to it, that's when we had Billy and Andy mostly shoot in HFR. And I think that captures, again, more of the emotional part.
It's also, that's a skill of knowing when to be in which mode. I mean, sometimes you never want to miss the right sound because sound can completely make your video. But at the same time, like you said, when you've got these dogs coming in for the first time and you've got a happy dog and you've got a low camera angle with this beautiful sunshine coming through, you want that in slow motion. So it's there's a give and take there, but you got to try to make sure you're in the right mode.
We also, we got a shot. I love our time-lapse shot, and this was using our wide lens. What's the actual number on that, by the way?
So I believe that was the 14 millimeter.
14 millimeter. So this was just them going in and out. Clouds look amazing. I thought that was a nice touch too.
It's from I believe that's a Canon Cine series lens.
So I'll just go in real quick into sort of my role on this because we all had very specific things, but mine, I generally work more on the storytelling side, messaging, all that stuff. So my goal with this was starting off, ironically, the music. I think sound is such a big difference maker in telling a story. And
you are the sound guru in the office.
Andy Torres is fighting for that title though, because he usually actually edits it well. But I wanted to go in and use our abilities to find music that really resonated with different parts of the move.
Yeah, we're just standing by one.
We made it! You need some exercise.
I think when you're going through a day like this, it's part hectic, it's part moving, and then it's actually moving. It's emotional because you've been waiting for so long. That's why I started it with Tori just almost gasping because it's finally there. My goal was to have all these songs sound like one. So it's actually 4 different songs on the video. They're all in the same key, so they'd all resonate. So that's something where...
That is key for it working.
It is. You search that out beforehand. You make sure that they can all go together well, kind of seamlessly. It's not a must, but I felt like for this one, it was a good thing to incorporate. And then the last thing I did was take all that sound, or the audio rather, from the music, and then combine it with the best sound bites from the move. I think I come at this from, what really is, like, I don't need to hear, hey, we're moving from so-and-so to so-and-so more than like 10 seconds. I want more of it to be, what are these people experiencing during this?
Why? Why are you making this move? What makes this important for you personally and for these animals?
And the how as well. I mean, take me through what you're doing in a less of a procedural sense, more of a like a what it means to you type thing.
Yeah, and the good thing about this shoot for us is that we had already experienced with that previous shoot for Jacob of all trades, the old facility. And so we knew what to look for there. We weren't going to shoot anything really inside, but we wanted to establish with a drone shot of this is how bad it is and this is how good it's going to be. And so we wanted to make sure we got good drone shots in both places.
Yep.
And then I'm sure there were some challenges for you. One of the most complicated parts of this shoot was actually in the cars and trying to get good footage of Brittany Matthews and Mayor Lucas. Both actually, they were transporting dogs in their own cars.
Right.
How did that work as far as the setup that you had while you were in the car riding with them?
I just wanted to get a shot where I could get both the mayor, and I can speak to the mayor part, just him and the dog and being able to see them very up close and personal. In some cases, you've seen these like a carpool karaoke type deal where it's almost like a camera is just inserted and it just stays put, and I didn't want to see that. I felt like it was more important to show, again, shooting in real time, dogs evoke and pets evoke emotions, and I wanted to see what Mayor Lucas was feeling as he was getting to know Jovi, the dog here, who was shortly thereafter adopted, by the way. Like, the minute they got in there, someone saw her and was like, that's mine. So that was awesome. I also think that when you tell guys like Billy and Andy and yourself and whoever else is a part of this, shoot fun-loving animals.
Yeah.
It's like not that hard. Like, just
No.
put a camera in the dog's face and the dog will do something fun.
The animals are happy to move into this awesome facility. All of the volunteers and everyone that works there have been waiting for this day and working on this project for years.
Yeah.
And they are finally, this is the moment they're actually moving in. Everyone is in a good mood, and it's like the dopamine is up. You leave there and you're like, man, I could do 10 of these shoots a week.
Well, and they had news stations there, but I felt like it was important. I'm glad they agreed, to have your own documentation of this day. And this is something that by the end of the day, they were already putting it in their facility. The highlight video we sent them was on the TVs in their place. So now when people walk in, they'll get reminded of how special it was when they got into this new facility. I guess you tell me, Ben, when you're thinking about videos like this for any client, trying to capture momentous occasions in their history, how important can that be for them using those videos moving forward?
I mean, it can mean a lot of different things for them. I mean, obviously just having it to show people that are maybe making future donations when you're talking about a nonprofit like that, showing the amount of work and the amount of heart that these people poured into this move. It doesn't end there. They're in the new facility, but they need this facility to carry on for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It can be great for recruiting, for bringing in not only volunteers, but people to come and actually, work there for a paid gig.
Yeah.
But anything that can get people excited to be there and to be involved. And the move is definitely one of those days where you can capture that.
I think a buzzword we hear a lot is authentic. We like the word authentic because we think we try to be, but getting away from the buzzwordiness of it, I do think that when you capture something like this versus a staged commercial almost, it's much more resonant and it has much more meaning, and it's easier for a possible recruit to kind of take credence in this as opposed to something where they're reading off a teleprompter or something.
I feel like when you watch a commercial, you don't really get what the true feeling and true emotion of that day was. And the whole goal of our video was, if you weren't there, you kind of got the feeling of what it would have been like if you were there, and gets you excited about this new facility.
They were all awesome. They were super helpful. And obviously Tori's the best, and Tori did a great job, A, making sure that we know what to do, and then B, obviously getting the video out there, which we're really happy to see just how many people liked it. So Ben, thanks so much, man.